Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off last time. We're in Genesis 4. So we're going to start Genesis 4:1. Okay. Now Adam had sexual relations with his wife Eve, and she became pregnant. When she gave birth to Cain, she said, "With the Lord's help, I have produced a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother and named him Abel. When they grew up, Abel became a shepherd, while Cain cultivated the ground. When it was time for harvest, Cain presented some of his crops as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought gifts, the best portion of the firstborn lamb from his flock, and the Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but he did not accept Cain and his gift. This made Cain very angry, and he looked dejected. "Why are you so angry?" the Lord asked Cain. "Why do you look dejected?" Let's see. You will be accepted if what you do is right, but if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at your door, eager to control you, but you must subdue it. And be a master of it. One day, Cain suggested to his brother, "Let's go out into the fields." And while they were in the fields, Cain attacked his brother Abel and killed him. Afterwards, the Lord asked Cain, "Where is your brother? Where is Abel?" "I don't know," Cain responded. "Am I my brother's guardian?" But the Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are cursed and banished from the ground, which has swallowed your brother's blood. No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now you will be a homeless wanderer on the earth." Cain replied to the Lord, "My punishment is too great for me to bear. I have been banished from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me." The Lord replied, "No, for I will give sevenfold punishment to anyone who kills you." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain to warn anyone who might try to kill him. So Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nob, east of Eden. We're still in Genesis 4, and it says, Genesis 4:17, this is descendants of Cain. Cain had sexual relations with his wife, and she became pregnant and gave birth to Enoch. Then Cain found a city which he named Enoch after his son. Enoch had a son named Arad, and Arad became the father of Mehujael, that became the father of Methuselah. Methuselah became the father of Lamech. Lamech married two women, the first named Ada, and the second was Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, who was the first of those to raise livestock and live in tents. His brother's name was Jabal, the first of all to play the harp and the flute. Lamech's other wife Zillah gave birth to his son and named him Tubal-Cain. He became an expert in fogging tools for bronze and iron. Tubal-Cain had a sister named Neah, one of Lamech's. What was her name? Neema. One of Lamech said to his wives. Lamech said his wives, Ada and Zillah, "Hear my voice. Listen to me, you wives of Lamech. I have killed a man who attacked me, and a young man who wounded me. If anyone who kills Cain is punished sevenfold, then the one who kills me will be punished 70 times 7 times." Now we're still in Genesis 4, and this is the birth of Seth. Adam had sexual relations with his wife again, and she gave birth to another son, and she named him Seth. For she said, "God has granted me another son in the place of Abel, who Cain killed." When Seth grew up, he had a son and named him Enosh. At this time, people began to worship the Lord and call him by his name. Now we are going into Genesis 5, the descendants of Adam. This is written on the account of the descendants of Adam. When God created when God created human beings, he made them like himself. He created them male and female, and he blessed them and called them humans. Adam was 130 years old, and he became the father of a son who was just like him in his very image, and he named him his son Seth. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Adam lived 930 years, and then he died. When Seth was 105 years old, he became father of Enosh. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived another 807 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Seth lived to be 912 years, and then he died. When Enosh was 90 years old, he became the father of Cain. After the birth of Cain, Enosh lived 815 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Enosh lived 105 years, and then he died. When Cain was 70 years old, he became the father of Maheseth. Let's see. He became the father of, let me see if I can get this down right. Mahishalel. Cain lived another 840 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Cain lived 910 years, and then he died. Mahishalel was 65 years old and became the father of Jared. After the birth of Jared, Mahishalel lived another 830 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Mahishalel lived 895 years, and then he died. When Jared was 162 years old, he became the father of Enoch. After the birth of Enoch, Jared lived 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Jared lived 962 years, and then he died. When Enoch was 65 years old, he became the father of Methuselah. After the birth of Methuselah, Enoch lived in close fellowship with God, and for another 300 years, he had other sons and daughters. Enoch lived 365 years, walking in close fellowship with God, and then one day he disappeared because God took him. When Methuselah was 187 years old, he became the father of Lamech. And after the birth of Lamech, Methuselah lived another 782 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Methuselah lived 969 years, and then he died. When Lamech was 182 years, he became the father of a son named Lamech. Lamech named his son Noah, for he said, "May he bring us relief from our work and the painful labor of farming this ground that the Lord has cursed." After the birth of Noah, Lamech lived another 595 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Lamech lived 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And we are going to stop there at Genesis 5:32, which is the end of Genesis, and then the next one will be Genesis 6, which is the story of Noah. Amazing. So, ready for that one. All right. God bless.